The Sphere has officially become a major attraction in Las Vegas.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down the most interesting facts about the Las Vegas Sphere.
And it is making a great big promise to change the entertainment world.
Number 10, it's the largest spherical building in the world. With a name like Sphere, only one thing comes to mind: a really, really big sphere. Luckily, the building delivers on that promise.
Right off the Vegas Strip is the future of entertainment in a way only science fiction could predict.
Holding 18,600 seats and 875 square feet of space, this is currently the largest spherical building in the world. It took the mantle from Stockholm's Avicii Arena, which held the record since 1989. Naturally, constructing such a large building requires some serious effort.
The Sphere is 366 feet tall and 516 feet wide.
And that's where the fourth largest crane in the world came into play. Transported from Belgium, the DMAG crane stands 580 feet tall and took 18 days to build.
The crane is nearly 600 feet tall, which is about 30 feet taller than the high roller.
Number 9. Construction was delayed for COVID. The Sphere officially opened on September 29, 2023.
Were you expecting to see the Sphere when you came all the way from New Zealand?
No, it was a shock for us.
It is impressive to locals and visitors alike.
But that was not the original plan. Sphere was supposed to open its doors 2 years earlier in 2021, but was delayed owing to the COVID pandemic and subsequent supply chain issues.
Despite construction being deemed essential during the pandemic, it was delayed due to supply chain issues.
And it came at the worst possible time as well. The aforementioned crane arrived in February 2020, and by March, it was in the midst of building the widest point of the Sphere. MSG Company, the contractor behind the Sphere, announced on March 31st that construction would be delayed.
After being paused, construction eventually resumed. In 2021, the heaviest lift was complete.
The following August, they revealed that the Sphere's opening would be held back by 2 years. Number 8. It debuted with U2. A big building needed to make a splash and prove that it was the entertainment venue of the world. Enter the legendary U2, who inaugurated the Vegas landmark with their concert residency Achtung Baby live at the Sphere.
Their creative team actually was against it, but they went to see it and they came away saying basically, we have to do this.
As the name suggests, the concert sees the band performing the entirety of Achtung Baby alongside their big hits like With or Without You and Beautiful Day.
Our challenge is not so much making it sound good, it's like how far do we go into the immersive sound without it starting to take away from what we are effectively, which is rock and roll band.
The residency lasts from September to December of 2023 and consists of 25 concerts. The show received wide critical acclaim, with journalists highlighting the performance of U2 and their dazzling integration of the venue's state-of-the-art technology.
See, the question may be more, will we enjoy going to the same place every night after night?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Number 7. It's connected to the Venetian Expo. The Sphere was originally a joint undertaking between the Madison Square Garden Company and Las Vegas Sands Corporation.
But Las Vegas has slowly watched this empty lot next to the Venetian resort transform, watching crews dig and build.
The latter provided the physical space for the building, carving out 18 acres of land. Sands owned the Venetian until 2022, and by extension, the Venetian Expo Convention Center.
Las Vegas Sands announced it sold the Venetian, Palazzo, and Sands Expo and Convention Center. Apollo Global Management bought those properties for $6.25 billion.
Sands placed the Sphere just east of the Venetian Expo and connected the two with a 1,000-foot-long pedestrian bridge. By extension, one could argue that the Sphere is now part of the Venetian resort complex. It's certainly within walking distance.
You can't help but stop and stare, and plenty of people agree.
Number 6. The building is run by James L. Dolan. If there's one man we have to thank for the Sphere, it's James L. Dolan.
All of this starting with a simple sketch from Jim Dolan, owner of some of the most storied venues on Earth, who decided to reimagine entertainment.
Dolan is a highly successful businessman who runs Madison Square Garden Entertainment, the general contractor responsible for bringing Sphere to life.
This is the kind of project where you have to stretch and you take a risk. And tonight is when we see how that risk pays off.
By extension, Dolan also runs various New York sports teams, including the Knicks and the Rangers. Dolan has since expanded his reach and currently serves as the executive chairman and CEO of Sphere Entertainment Company, the co-owner of the venue.
It's experiential. It's unlike any other medium that's been out there before.
According to Sphere's website, Dolan is the visionary behind Sphere and is responsible for the building's overall vision and growth strategy. Number 5. There will be an identical Sphere in London. While the Sphere is currently a Las Vegas exclusive, that won't be the case for long.
There are lots of rumors that you're thinking about putting a Sphere other places, London, a possibility. What about New York City?
Well, we would love to build in other places, and that is our plan, is to build other spheres.
The Madison Square Garden Company has announced plans to build various spheres around the world, and there are current plans to build an identical sphere in London. The venue is still in its planning stages and is expected to be placed in the East London area of Stratford.
The company behind the legendary Madison Square Garden is planning an exciting entertainment and music venue in Stratford, London.
The London Legacy Development Corporation approved planning for the building in March 2022, and it is now awaiting legal approval and a review by London's mayor, Sadiq Khan. However, the venue has faced some opposition, particularly from locals who argue that the land should be used for housing.
Imagine that everything just grinds to a halt, and then the local residents sort of who rely on this as their transport in and out of the area, then the services aren't very reliable for them at those times.
Number 4. It hosts an exclusive Darren Aronofsky movie. If U2 isn't your thing, may we suggest a movie from Darren Aronofsky?
It's sci-fi fantasy meets nature documentary. The footage, shot on all 7 continents, is simply stunning.
If the name doesn't sound familiar, this is the Oscar-nominated director behind movies like Black Swan, Mother, and The Whale.
Listen, I don't know what's going to happen in the next few minutes. If you don't mind, could you...
Yeah, of course.
Aronofsky made a movie exclusive to the Sphere titled Postcard from Earth, a 50-minute nature short about 2 astronauts. The film premiered at the Sphere on October 6, 2023, and promises to be an immersive experience unlike any other, complete with 4D technology and a crystal-clear screen measuring nearly 400 feet.
Once you see the size of this thing, 4 football fields in size, it's an amazing feeling to watch it.
Move aside, IMAX. Sphere is here. Number 3. Its screens have the highest resolution in the world. Sphere is a dream come true for video nerds, and many will undoubtedly make the trip to Vegas to see it firsthand.
He says the outside of the Sphere, the exosphere, offers countless possibilities as the largest collective LED screen in the world.
Visitors are wowed without even entering the venue, as the exterior consists of a massive LED display that outshines even the brightest lights of Vegas.
The MSG Sphere is the largest spherical structure in the world with the largest LED screen in the world. 580,000 square feet of programmable LED lighting that was shining bright for its debut display on Independence Day.
Inside hosts the largest LED screen in the world, a wraparound display measuring 160,000 square feet. And wouldn't you know it, this giant wraparound screen carries the highest resolution in the world, displaying a startlingly clear and beautiful 16K image.
It's impossible to describe, right? It's like trying to explain what a peanut butter and jelly sandwich tastes like to somebody who's never tasted one.
If this is the future of movie theaters, then we are absolutely here for it. It won't be, but hey, one can certainly dream. Number 2. It features a state-of-the-art audio system. It's not just the video nerds who will have a field day with Sphere, the audio enthusiasts have something to admire as well. The LED panels cover 1,600 X1 speakers, and audio can also be broadcast through the floor.
His team plans to deliver unprecedented sound quality in this one-of-a-kind venue. It includes some 1,600 speakers, more than a few installed into the floor, and those speakers will deliver audio on a whole new level.
All told, the venue boasts 167,000 speaker drivers and utilizes fancy-sounding technologies like beamforming and wave field synthesis.
With our technology, we're able to bring that proximity effect down to even an individual member of an audience.
If you don't know what that means, that's okay. Basically, it just means that Sphere sounds really, really, really good. The venue's sound received unanimous praise in the U2 concert reviews, with Neil McCormick of The Telegraph calling it, quote, the best sound you have ever heard.
This sounds like a solo. This sounds like a guitar solo.
Sounds like a guitar solo, but it's not. Now you're back to sax.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into Settings and switch on your notifications. Number 1. It cost $2.3 billion to build. As you can probably imagine, constructing the world's largest spherical structure and filling it with state-of-the-art video and audio capabilities doesn't come cheap.
I want them to feel awe, but mostly I want them to feel enchanted. I want them to feel like they're stepping into the future.
The building was originally supposed to cost just $1.2 billion, but the price massively ballooned thanks to rapid inflation and supply chain issues.
At what point did you realize the price tag was gonna keep ballooning?
By the time construction was done, Sphere had cost developers $2.3 billion, over $1 billion more than they had expected.
Look, 2.3 is a pretty accurate number. It's more than what we thought it was going to cost us.
This makes it the most expensive venue in the history of Vegas, beating the Raiders' Allegiant Stadium by almost $500 million. Have you been to the Sphere yet? Let us know how it was in the comments below.
You can't help but stop and stare. And plenty of people agree. Crowds forming on the sides of the street all around.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.